Our next guest speaker was elected to represent Wisconsin's 4th Congressional District in 2004, making her the first African American elected to Congress from the state of Wisconsin. Raised in Milwaukee, she earned a BA in political science at Marquette and was a member of the Wisconsin State Assembly and Senate before being elected to Congress. A tireless advocate for civil rights, she led the fight against racial profiling, domestic abuse, and voting rights violation. Please welcome the Honorable U.S. Representative Gwen Moore.
Well, American Legion, welcome. Welcome to Milwaukee. As a matter of fact, you are in the 4th Congressional District of Wisconsin, the district that I so proudly represent in Congress. And I do truly welcome you to our beautiful city and all of the things that we have here. Try out everything. And if you leave a couple of pounds heavier, you will have had a good time. That would be proof that you had a good time. Listen, thank you so much. So listen, it's a real great honor to be able to address you all, to take care of our veterans. I can remember the very first time that I heard of the American Legion. It was, I'm dating myself now, it was the late 50s, and I was in Racine, Wisconsin, where I was born, and my dad and my uncle took me over to the American Legion. And I saw soldiers and people there having a couple of drinks, and I was wondering, I was very confused. Is this what people in the service do? Drink? Is it the American Legion? Is this the, you know, is this a club for soldiers only? And my uncle and my dad explained to me, almost with tears in their eyes, that the American Legion was an organization that took care of veterans and their family. So for those of you who are new to our city, I think it's always good when you have visitors to tell them a little bit about your city. So rather than to tell you to focus on the cheese curds and the beer and some of the other goodies that I do encourage you to engage in, I want to talk to you about one of the veterans that still lives here in the city of Milwaukee. I want to tell you about a woman named Ms. Anna Mae Robertson. Ms. Anna Mae Robertson is an African-American woman who served in the groundbreaking Women's Army Corps. She was a WAC, and she served in the 688 Central Postal Battalion. That's right. Some of y'all know about the 688. The 688 was the only predominantly black Women's Army Corps battalion to serve overseas during World War II in England and in France. And despite serving in inclement weather, decrepit conditions, rats running all over the place, and enduring enemy fire, they bravely cleared millions of pieces of mail, of backlogged mail, with the Central Postal Battalion. The 688's work was deeper than just sorting mail. They helped service members deployed far away from home to get just a little piece of family. There was once 750 Robert Smiths, and they worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they found every single Robert Smith and got their mail to them. But there were no tweets and Instagrams back in the day. There was no way to text these people and whip out the cell phone. This was a central key attachment to family. And they were the backbone, the 688 were the backbone of military service And people like Miss Anna Mae Robertson, who was 98 years old, 98 years young, lives in Milwaukee, and like her, she was not known or honored, but this year she received, along with the other 888 battalion members, whether dead or alive, the gold medal for their service. That's right. And applause for that. And you know, we have a voluntary army now. So those people who come to the table to serve us in this country now are to be revered in a way that we have never revered our veterans before. Let me tell you something. When I went to Congress, there were a few things that shocked me. One, I was shocked that we had no assigned seats, okay? Two, I was shocked at the high prices of everything in Washington, D.C. And thirdly, I was totally shocked at the different appropriations line that we funded the Defense Department and the Veterans Department. People get up and debate for hours and hours about how wonderful defense was, and there was no amount of money that the Defense Department could get, even if the equipment was no longer wanted or needed by the generals. We just funded anyway. But veterans, we had to spend so much time and energy always begging to make sure that y'all are properly resourced. That is why the American Legion, after 100 years, is still necessary. And let me applaud you for all of your advocacy and work. Because when the American Legion says that we need legislation done, it's about to happen. It's going to happen. And I want you to know that I'm going to be a partner in that effort. When I was first elected to office in 1988 to the State Assembly, learning the ropes, learning how to be a politician, the very first bill that I passed with my name on it was a veterans bill to give educational opportunity benefits to veterans here in this state. And I hope that while you're here, you'll check out one of the community projects that I prioritize funding. It's called Dry Hooch. And it is a facility, a support within the community, a nonprofit that put their efforts into being an intervention in the lives of veterans who may be at risk of PTSD or worse, suicides. And I'm so glad to partner with you to ensure that the VA is ready to serve the next generation of our increasingly diverse workforce. You know, I don't know if you know this, but so far this Congress, we're on August recess now, but so far we have passed 50, that's right, 50 veterans bills. And I can assure you we are not done. I can tell you that in an era where bipartisanship is sought for, I can say from my own experience that the best chance you have of getting bipartisan legislation across the finish line is to support our American heroes, our veterans. I thank you all for your advocacy. I love you all. You know, I am a part of a military family. My father, my uncle, my brother, my nephews, all the way from Korea, World War II, Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, on the line. And so I salute you and your families for all that you do. God bless you. This was worth it, y'all.
Congresswoman, with all of those military members in your family, are you a member of the American Legion Auxiliary?
I am not, but you know what? I didn't even know that I could be. Hadn't
You're
even thought
eligible.
about it. I'm
You're
eligible.
eligible.
All right. Well, I certainly will because they were definitely members. Thank you so much. This is beautiful. Have a good time in the Milky Way.